You are watching the Canadian Public. Hello, I'm François Caron and welcome back to my dining room table. In this episode, I'll be reviewing the HP LaserJet P1505 monochrome laser printer. The HP P1505 is a low-cost, single-purpose, compact laser printer designed primarily for home or single workstation use. Included with the printer are a starter toner cartridge, which you'll find inside the printer, a power cord, and an installation disc. The printer does not include printed instructions or a USB cable. You'll find the instructions on the installation CD, and you'll need to purchase the USB cable separately. The P1505 has an up-converted resolution of 1200 by 1200 dpi, 2 megabytes of memory, capable of printing up to 23 pages per minute, with a 6-second start time from its power-saving mode, and has a duty cycle of 8,000 pages per month. The main paper tray has a capacity of 250 sheets of paper, while the auxiliary multi-purpose tray has a capacity of 10 sheets. The starter toner cartridge has a capacity of 1,000 pages, while the separately purchased Model 36A replacement cartridge has a capacity of 2,000 pages. On top of the printer, we have the output paper tray with a fold-out flap and stopper, the printer status lights, and both form feed and cancel buttons. On the front, we have the power button, a fold-out main paper tray, and a multi-purpose auxiliary paper tray. Both trays have adjustable recessed paper guides, and the main paper tray's cover doubles as the auxiliary paper tray. On the rear, we have both power and Type B USB 2.0 jacks. The printer can also be purchased with an Ethernet or wireless network option. The P1505's total footprint, with all flaps and trays extended, is 16 inches deep by 15 inches wide, which is comparable to the average footprint of most inkjet printers. The P1505 is taller than most inkjet printers, however, topping off at 9.5 inches. You must load the installation CD before connecting the printer to the computer and to the power outlet. The on-screen instructions will guide you through the setup procedure, which includes removing the packing material from inside the printer as well as preparing the toner cartridge. Once completed, you may then install the printer drivers and connect the printer. The P1505 is a budget-class personal laser printer which provides only basic features such as 5-step printing density adjustment, tray selection, paper type selection, resolution choices, and a manual duplex printing option. The printer appears to be set to its optimal settings by default, so you shouldn't need to fiddle around with any of the settings unless you're using non-standard paper stock or you need to use the auxiliary paper tray. There's also an automated jam recovery option in the settings, but the help file suggests leaving this option in its default off position in order to maximize the printing speed. The best way to eliminate paper jams, however, is to stop using the cheapest paper your office supply manager can find. Tell them to get the premium stuff instead. Even the cheapest printer in existence will jam up less frequently if you feed it good paper. When you factor in the discounted price of $150 for the P1505, as well as the average price of premium grade paper, the printer's initial operating costs are about 16 cents per page. Once you purchase a new cartridge and exclude the printer's purchase price from the calculation, the operating costs drop to between 4.5 and 5 cents per page. As I've mentioned in the specifications, the printer's resolution is an up-converted 1200 by 1200 dpi. This is because the P1505 processes all documents at a resolution of 600 by 600 dpi and uses HP's proprietary FastRes 1200 technology to upscale the printer output to 1200 by 1200 dpi. The FastRes 1200 technology significantly improves the rendition of graphics and line art by reducing jagged edges and evening out the grayscales. Unfortunately, the FastRes 1200 also thins out normal-sized text, making documents appear as if they were put on a diet. This new look is not something I find objectionable, but it is an element to consider before purchasing this printer. The P1505 also has resolution enhancement technology labeled as RET in the printing preferences, but I can't tell the difference between the on and off settings regardless of the FastRes 1200 setting and regardless of the printed material. It's as if the feature doesn't do anything at all. Am I missing something here? Images printed on the P1505 are as expected from a budget laser printer. They're fugly. The grayscale is terrible, the resolution is poor, and there's visible banding throughout all the images. The P1505 is not a network printer and will not work with a printer server, even with the network option installed. If other workstations in your area need to access this printer, you'll have to share it from within the printer's own workstation. The P1505 could be considered a bit loud for what's essentially a personal device. The noise isn't objectionable to the point where you won't hear yourself think, or you might wake up the neighbors. To sum up, the HP LaserJet P1505 laser printer is a small, fast, and inexpensive personal printer capable of producing high-quality text and graphics documents at a reasonable cost per page. Text printing is of excellent quality despite the unusual behavior of the FastRes 1200 setting, and the graphics printing capabilities are more than satisfactory for a printer of this class. The image printing capabilities, however, are poor. If you need a decent monochrome photo printer, look somewhere else. But if your printing needs include producing superior quality text documents as well as drafts of presentation documents as fast and as cheaply as possible, the HP LaserJet P1505 laser printer is a valid contender in the budget laser printer category. Come to think of it, just how great could this printer have been if HP dropped the marketing gimmicks, added more memory, and simply ran the entire printer in a native 1200 by 1200 DPI environment? How much would that be worth? Anyway, that's all for the HP LaserJet P1505. I'm François Caron. Thank you for watching.